everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered on the old live stream. I am Lexicon, and I have been having some internet problems lately, which I apologize for. Those of you who've tuned in, the one or two of you who seem to tune in for each of these, I appreciate you. And I think it's because I've been trying to do some multiplayer stuff with some friends on an internet connection that is not the greatest. We had the one good run with Vermintide, and I think it's just been kind of crap ever since with the multiplayer ones. So, I don't know. We'll maybe try those a few more times and see what happens. But we'll keep doing the Dark Souls for sure. We'll keep doing Warhammer, and then, we'll keep doing a few, odds and ends here and there, if nothing else. So it's not the end of the world. And we can always come back to it when I'm in a situation where I've got slightly better internet connection. But so last time when we did Dark Souls, I had some at-home snags that came up, some work and things that needed to get done. So we weren't able to get anywhere close to done what I wanted to get done, which was get to Lost Izalith and stuff. And we got to check in with a few of our NPC friends, and if you would like to see those interactions, because of the way Dark Souls works, you can't load saves, and so once you have an interaction, you've had that interaction and you can't repeat it. So all of the interactions and the NPCs and things we ran into last time before we got derailed, that can all be seen with the link below in the description. That is a separate video that I took off of the live videos, because it was like an hour and a half long and only 17 minutes of it was me actually playing the game. So I cut down all the extra waiting time and stuff, so it's just like 20 minutes of the start of the stream before I had to really bail, or wound up bailing without intending to. So that can be seen if you follow the link in the description below to see. We talked with Sigmire of Katarina, the Onion Knight. We talked with Domhnall of Xena, who is a merchant that we've run into a couple of times. We also... Who else did we get to speak with last time? Andre. We checked in with a couple other people. We were going to start by speaking with Solaire after that. So that is where we will be loading into the game from, pretty much exactly where we left off, which will be the bonfire at the bottom of the Undead Burg by Andre and the forest. So we'll talk to Solaire. I was also able to get the Drake Tail, which I mentioned in my very first stream. The fire drake that guards the bridge. I was able to get past him. I was able to get his tail. So the tail, when you shoot his tail off with the bow, and I'll show you where you can do this from. I did it off stream because it's very boring to watch. But one of the ways you can get this sword from him early is by going down to a kind of a spot under the bridge that we crossed through before, and shooting his tail with a bow. Just a bunch of times until it falls off and you get the sword. So we have the sword. I'm not using it because turns out I found one of the best weapons in the game. The Gargoyle's Halberd. Oh. I must have been leveling or something. How's the volume? Can anyone tell me how the volume is? It's a little loud for me, so I think I'm going to turn it down, but I just want to know how it is for you guys. So somebody let me know, please. Yay or nay? Too loud or fine? Someone, anyone. Well, I'm going to turn it down a little bit, because it's a little loud for me. It's a little loud on my end. Okay. Alright, so we're going to warp to... What's the fastest way to get to him? It'll definitely be Undead Parish. Or no, sorry, I can fast travel there. But I want to show you how to get there, and I want to show you what I've done. So let's do the Undead Parish. And we'll get into some of the lore. We've got a lot of people to talk about today. Lots of lore today. This is a big one. Izalith, the area we're going to go to once we finish talking to our NPC friends. Very lore heavy. So, there's a lot to talk about, which I'm excited for. Alright, so... Oh, that's still just a little too loud for me. Some people like their games very loud. I do not, personally. So how about this? We'll counterbalance this out a little bit. Oh, of course I can't see it. Of course. Okay. Wow, Doom! You stare upon the face of Doom. Okay, I'm going to... Never mind. Alright, well, I thought I had another audio channel set up, but I guess I don't anymore. However, the audio is fine for me. Again, let me know in the comments or in the chat if you're watching it on the bot or whatever, if how the volume is. How ist le volume? Okay, I'm gonna stop running into a wall. Look. Death. God, it feels good to play this game again. I'm playing a lot of Ark and generally being frustrated with my internet connection as a result. And dungeon mastering some D&D games. And in these times of the old Verona Kairos. I've been doing all that remotely. And so Discord and some few other programs and stuff, it's been a little iffy. Okay, somebody's walking around and I don't like it. Okay, so we're going to, what we're going to is called the Sunlight Altar. And I do have a bonfire there. It's a bonfire that was when we first came through this area a long time ago at the very start of the stream. It was blocked by a big old gate that we couldn't get through because the fire drake was kind of in the way and he was breathing fire all down upon us, but just with a little bit of luck and that stone plate ring that we found forever ago, the fire wall, I was able to get past, and I opened up this door with this lever. So you have to kind of like make it all the way down through that, and then you can get this this bonfire here. And then there are a few docile hollows, and our good friend Solaire.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to be that incandescent, man. Not even the old light bulbs can do that anymore. You know, it's all LEDs all the way. Incandescence, gone. Relics.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, he's just gonna...
The sun is a wondrous. If only I could be so
I guess I don't know, maybe I accidentally talked to him while I was leveling. I don't know. Basically what he's doing here is he's come to the sunlight altar in the view of the sun because he's having a hard time finding his own sun. The whole purpose of his quest. He's getting a little despondent about it, and having a sad Solaire makes me sad. So hopefully at some point we'll be able to do something to help him out. Okay, so now we've done that, we've talked to Solaire. There's another crappy place that we've got to go. We're going to go back down into the depths because there's an NPC encounter there that we need to trigger for Kirk Knight of Thorns, who's one of several characters, actually, and not just look-alike characters, but one of the actual same guy who keeps cropping up in... he crops up in every Dark Souls game. And I think there's even a couple of characters that show up in, like, Demon Souls and Bloodborne as well. Like, there's this dude Patches who we'll meet, who's a giant jerk. Okay, so where are we warping to? I've got my Humanity Hollow. We're warping to Depths. Because we need to find Kirk. And I can't remember exactly how to get to him. But we should be well leveled enough to make pretty easy work of him. He's not too challenging. He's called the Knight of Thorns, however, because he has spikes on his sword, shield, and armor. And when he does combat rolls, he does damage to you because he's got spikes on everything. But he's got some interesting lore that we will we'll touch on a little bit of it today. Again, I don't. There's certain things that I don't want to spoil. I do have all of the research that I was able to find for him available. So this is a place that you can come down. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've got a fair bit of humanity. This is a good place you can come to harvest it, because these rats will drop it. And especially if you have either the symbol of avarice, which is a helmet that looks like a mimic, which is very weird, or the gold covetous serpent's ring, I want to say. Let me check which one's in my inventory. Yeah, the covetous gold serpent ring. That boosts your chances of finding items. So if you have those two things equipped, and I don't have the symbol of avarice, but if you have at least one of those things equipped, this goes a little bit faster trying to grind and levels humanity in here. And I was doing that, one, because that's what allows us to do the co-op stuff, but also because of a slightly Solaire-related thing. So perhaps a way for us to help our friend. And the way to do that is by getting some humanity, which helps us rank up in a covenant, but I won't get too much into that until we get there. So basically you have to just run around down here a bunch of times killing rats, and I don't know exactly what the drop percentage is, but eventually I feel like I've gone like the longest way possible for this. Probably. And I don't know, because I'm in a tiny passageway. But how's everybody doing today? You know, it's a Monday evening. You know, some people are unfortunately having to go back to work, which is just seems really stupid. But you know, I understand some of the necessity. Oh, I did it anyways. That's what I didn't want to do, because there's these pricks who got us once before. No, 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 no. Ah! Basilisks. Oh, you jerk. Alright. So Kirk is also down in this area somewhere. So at least we're in the sort of the right area. I'm just really trying not to get turned to stone again. Because man, that was really obnoxious. When that happened before. Do you remember that? That was all the way back on like the second stream or something. That was forever ago. I got cursed. That hasn't happened to me since I think my first or second playthrough of this game. Just mostly because of luck. I'm not gonna I don't want to make that sound like, oh, I'm a badass. I did just sort of get lucky. Alright, where the frickin' flip are you, Kirk? No, thank you, Eyeball Man. Ooh, there's an item. No, thank you, Eyeball Man. Oh, I bet you that's the Ring of the Evil Eye. But we're also really close to where Kirk attacks us, so let's just get back on. Alright, Kirk, where are you? I know you spawn in here somewhere. O Knight of Thorns, where thou art. Kirk? Oh, weird, he's not being summoned. That's very peculiar. Normally he's all about it because he's a jerk and he just wants to wreck your life. Oh, Kirk. Kirk, where are you? Come here, friend. Come here, Knight of Thorns. Spiky band, spiky bro. It's supposed to spawn in right here. Huh, very peculiar. I wonder if we like fulfilled some condition that needs to be met or something. Okay, so how do I get that item? That's something for another time. We're not going to get distracted with items. We are going to stay focused on our mission. And that is to defeat the boss that will give us our very first Lord Soul. So since I guess we're not going to have to mess with Kirk down here, we're just going to head on to the next thing. And I was going to show you guys the drag tail, which I completely forgot, but I've sort of explained that a bunch of times now, so if you can't figure out how to do it, I don't know what to tell you. Lost Izalith it is. So let me try and remember which way we have to go to get there. Warp. I mean, we're already close to it, kind of, but this is literally like the worst way. Oh, it's the Daughter of Chaos. Perfect. Okay, great. So the Daughter of Chaos. Let's talk about her just a little bit. We'll have to touch on some of the more touch on some of the details about Lost Izalith. So the Daughter of Chaos, she's also called the Fair Lady by this man here, Yingi, Ingiyi, I-N-G-I-Y, one of those names. And we'll talk about him too in just a second, but we gotta talk to her because she's more important. This is Quelaag's sister, and Quelaag, if you recall, was that fire spider woman that was defeated like stupid easy by a guy we summoned in a few episodes ago. She is one of the 3 remaining Daughters of Chaos, who were the daughters of the Witch of Izalith, who both founded the city of Izalith, ruled the city of Izalith, and was also one of the 4 great lords who claimed the Lord Souls when they defeated the everlasting dragons, along with Gwyn, Nito, the furtive pygmy, and then eventually Seath the Scaleless was gifted part of the Gwyn's Lord Soul. Her other surviving sister, Quelaag, and was the one that we fought. But she has another sister named Quelana, who we may not run into at all in this campaign because she's closely associated with progressions, the progression of pyromancies, which we're not really doing. I might mess with it a little bit off stream just to like unlock that, but we'll see how this goes. So a really important part of the lore of Lost Izalith is that it's very closely tied with the very first fading of the first flame, which is what caused Gwyn to sacrifice himself ultimately. But because she possessed a piece of the first flame, the Witch of Izalith thought that she might be able to rekindle it or create a new first flame or something like a copy of it by using her piece of it. However, it did create a type of first flame, but it was very corrupted, and it's what spawned demons. So like the Taurus demons, the Capra demons, and the Asylum Demon. All of those are things that were created by this event that is called, this thing's called the Flame of Chaos. And it's what changed the appearances of Quelaag and the Fair Lady here into these sort of spider-like entities. They escaped the worst of it, but were still affected by the magic, and so were changed. As was the Witch of Izalith and the other daughters, who are now a single entity called the Bed of Chaos, which is the boss of this area that we're going to. And it's probably the shittiest boss to fight in the whole game, not because it's like satisfying and challenging, but because it's just super loaded against you. It's dumb. And we're gonna try and get there today. But the Fair Lady here, she's also the leader of the Chaos Servant Covenant, which we've joined because if we get to the 3rd tier, which I've done off stream, by giving her 30 humanity, or the 2nd tier, which we can see when we talk to her, it will allow us to open up a shortcut, which is very important for saving Solaire. And so we have to do that before we run into him down here, which we should be able to do fairly easily. So let's see here. She also acts as a firekeeper, which is nice with this reinforced Estus flask. We still can't talk to her because we still don't have the ring, but I am in the Covenant +2. Okay, so this is something that is a little harder for me to find. So this guy, Yingi, or Aingi, or however we say his name, he's formerly a pyromancer of the Great Swamp, and because the Fair Lady is associated with the Witch of Izalith and the flames and blah 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 and all that other fun stuff. She, being part of her covenant, you get access to a couple of really powerful pyromancies. So he came here because he was exiled from the Great Swamp because he was considered a heretic. He practiced something called toxic pyromancy. I don't know what that exactly is. I wasn't able to find anything to really clarify that. But he devoted himself to the Fair Lady after she saved him from a sickness called the Blight Pus, which he may have carried with him from the Great Swamp. It's not super clear, but that it explains why the water out in Blight Town and why all the undead there are corrupted and infected is because they've been affected by this thing called the Blight Pus. Now, the reason why the Fair Lady here is so sick and so sickly looking is because when her buddy here, we'll call him Mr. E, showed up to save him, she sucked the Blight Pus out of him and took it upon herself, and it's slowly killing her. But that's why he has dedicated himself to the Fair Lady. And for now, so Kirk, what I was going to talk about, I'll talk about what Kirk's deal is anyway, even though we weren't able to find him. He shows up as being part of the Darkwraith Covenant, which is basically like the main covenant for invaders in Dark Souls. But he's actually, apparently, this was something I didn't know, and this is very interesting to me, he's part of the Chaos Servant faction. He's devoted to the Fair Lady, and that's because he harvests humanity from the people he invades to bring to her to sustain her, because the humanity that we give her helps fight off the Blight Pus infection. And it's why Quelaag was protecting her outside, is because she kills anyone that comes in here is to harvest their humanity and give it to her sister. So her story is actually one that's very, quite sad, actually, is that she's, trapped here. She's so weak that she can't move. She's taken all this sickness upon herself to save other people, and because of that she's mute, and she's just a very tragic character, which you sort of, I think, get a little bit of the sense of from the music in here. you encounter Kirk a number of times, and now that things are a little weird that we didn't see him in the depths, I don't know what's going to happen in our playthrough. But if you run into him 3 times, you can find a body down this hallway up against this wall that has his equipment on it, which then sort of implies that that's him. And so if you defeat him enough times, he comes here and dies. Possibly giving up his own humanity to the fair lady. But now that we've done that, and these guys are gross. They've got these big egg sacs. It's not good. Let's get down to Lost Izalith, shall we? Sorry, I want to just make sure I'm not missing any fun things about the fair lady. Yeah, she's deaf and blind. She can only be spoken to after finding an item called the Old Witch's Ring, which we'll find eventually. And she assumes that you're Quelaag, because you can understand her, but she still can't hear or see you. So she just gets this. She can sense that there's someone nearby, but she doesn't know who they are. And she was poisoned by sucking blight pus out of hers and Quelaag's followers, who are presumably the people in Blighttown. Look at all this fun spiderwebby stuff, and look at all these egg boys, and a bonfire. The demon ruins. So now we are in the sort of first area of Lost Izalith, one of the great legendary cities of Dark Souls, and it's a place that, though we'll come back to it in different forms throughout the rest of the series, it's one of the areas that remains a constant presence in one way or another, much like Anor Londo and Firelink Shrine and a few other places. So you can see there's a couple of these guys are trying to kill us, which is gross. If they grab you, they put an egg in you, and it's not fun. You have to do this whole thing to get it off. It's sort of like being cursed. But you'll see there's all this lava down here, and let me break out the binocs real quick. So we can see very faintly, anyways, some forms down there. Those are tourist demons, and there's some items and stuff. But you see there's all this lava, and you go, well, Lexicon, how do we get out there? And I say to you, by fighting the easiest boss in the entire game. You don't have to do anything. You just run away from him, and eventually he falls off a cliff. For a long time, people thought this was a bug. But it's not. This is how you actually do it. It's very stupid, but it'll be fun. Fun times, and you can see that we're gonna get down there in just a little bit. But we've got to clear out all that gross lava first. So this boss has the fun and whimsical name of Ceaseless Discharge, because all of this lava is coming from him, and he is the only son of the Witch of Izalith, and he's back here because he was afflicted by the flame of chaos, and he's all hot, and not in like a sexy way, but in he's got lava coming out of his orifices. He's giant, and he's also gets real mad when we take some of his dead sister's belongings. So we're gonna steal his dead lady's clothes, and he's gonna get real pissed at us. And then we're just gonna run away as quickly as possible. Hey, there he is. Look at that multi-armed monstrosity. He's got a face. You kind of can't really see it, but we'll get close enough, because he won't do anything until we grab this stuff. But he's got he's got way too many arms. Definitely got too many eyes and a weird melty face. He's got one tooth in there. He's got eyes on the top of his head. Just in general, a guy who does not look like he's had a fair shake of things, I would say. So I do feel a little bad about what we're going to do to him. Because he does look sad, He does have a frowny face on. He's like, oh, I've got too many eyes, and I'm all gross. Ugh, look at that. It's all pustulely disgusting. Oh, hey, someone who rested at our bonfire. Thank you. Yep, so this is the thing we're going to take. Let's see what the message says. There's probably a warning. Be wary of dashing through. No, so that's exactly what we're going to want to do. So we're going to take... And now he's real mad! So we're just going to run. And hopefully he doesn't hit us. We should be able to survive a hit or two. Oh, yep, okay, so at this point we should be good. We should be very good now at this point. So, yep, he's going to be chasing us. I'm not going to turn around. Or maybe I am going to turn around. Can't see him yet. Oh, there he is. He's definitely following us. Because he's all freaking angry about what we just did. You know, we took his dead sister's clothes. But we'll just run all the way back here to the gate. And eventually he'll try and give us a good old... There he is. Trying to give us a good old smackaroo. Guess what? You're incompetent. You've been sitting here for far too long, ceaseless discharge. And then look at that, he just falls off and dies. There he goes! Bye! And now, all the lava will go away. Sea Dog? Is that what we should call him? Sea Dog, ceaseless discharge? Humanity and a homeward bone. Well, wasn't that fun? Like I said, easiest boss in the entire game, hands down. Although to be fair, I think I only knew about that because I watched a video where somebody else did it first on the stream that made me want to play Dark Souls, which you should all go check out. Vidiots. V-I-D-O-T-E-S. I can't. God, I'm an idiot right now. Idiot Vidiots. V-I-D-I-O-T-S. A couple of guys from the old What Culture channel doing their own thing in sort of like loose association with Yogscast. They're not over there anymore. They're now Triple Jump, but everybody should go check them out because they're pretty great. If you like sort of dry, ridiculous humor, right up your alley. Alright, so we're gonna fight another Capra Demon who we haven't fought in a while. He was a boss last time we fought one of these guys. Now he's just like a regular old enemy. Albeit sort of like a high-grade regular old enemy, but a regular old enemy nonetheless. Come here, dummy. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong ring. Oh. 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 And now we don't have the advantage of having, like, weird terrain on our side. Fortunately, he doesn't seem to have a hole. Wow, all of my stamina. Come on, you fool! It's time to throw down. Oop. Oh, I missed! That was really lame. I thought for sure I had him. That was going to get him with a good old swang. There we go. That was what I was looking for. What? Oh, he's just out of my range. Ow! Ow! Stop it. Why do I keep missing him? So I'm trying to make the most effective use of this weapon by using its reach a little bit, so I can get the 80 damage instead of the 67. But I just keep missing when I try. Or he keeps hitting me. Oh! Alright, man. Alright, man. Come on. Come on, give me those swings. What? Alright, fine. There. Alright. Easy enough. So we're gonna do a little bit of a hopsky doodle. Down a ledge. Because... So we just fought the one Capra demon. But in just a second... Oh, look, there's one more. 3 more. 5 more. So that's why we're not gonna go that way. I'll come back and kill these guys later for some XP, but for the moment, too hard. So we're just gonna drop down here. Oh, worm! These guys are a pain. Do not attack them head on, because they can do some real serious damage. Ow, you freaking jerk. Alright. So a little more aggressive than I thought. Wow! Okay, well there goes that attempt. Look at that, people. Look at that. We're off to a pretty good start, I think. Just got killed by a worm. Well, good thing we can kind of just run by all these gross dudes. Also, changing my ring back. I do not need the rusted iron ring at the moment. I want the poise. I want the boosted poise. Backstreet poise. Poise to men. The poise is back in town. What other poise? Boys poise pun can we make? Oh, the lost poise. There's a lot. You can figure out the rest. I gave you enough of a head start. It's fine. And look, he's not a mini boss either, so he'll just respawn every single time we come through this area. So I really wanted that bonfire, but that's okay. Oh, goodness, dude. All right. Okay, come on. Ow, you freaking loser. Stop it. God, man, it's like the Estus is deliberately timed so that you can't drink it in a fight. I came out of that with less health than I had when I started. I hate you, sir. You can stop anytime now. Ooh, 94, that was good. Thank you, please. Thank you, please. Monstrosity. Where is he? There's another boss we can see around here that we're gonna have to fight. I think we can see him if you look down this ledge. I think we were looking right at... Yeah, there he is. So, you see that thing down there with all the weird little spiky bits. That's a boss that we gotta fight. Eventually, he'll just jump down. It'll be exciting. I imagine we'll... I don't know, he's not... A lot of people think he's really bad. I've never, especially personally, had too hard of a time with him. It's just a matter of like... Alright, so we want to get... Oh, I can't get the bonfire while he is alive. So what's our strategy here? Is our strategy shoot him with the bow a bunch? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot him with the bow. Do I have arrows? I do. I could punch him super ineffectually. Oh gosh, we're gonna be... This is not gonna... Well, here's what we're gonna do. I think this will kill him eventually. I'm just not really trying not to die again, because there's just a bonfire right there that I want to get. So if nothing else, we'll just do this for a minute. soften him up a bit. Try and finish him off with the old halberd. Because it's not going to let me get the bonfire until he dies. Okay, well, this isn't terrible. What's the most tedious thing you've ever done in a video game? For me, it's not this, but it's stuff like this. I think the most tedious things I've ever done in a game was grinding for gear on World of Warcraft. I hate grinding. It's just the worst. It's the worst way to extend out a game's replay value. It's the laziest way to do it. And I know WoW's big, but WoW's got a lot of issues. And I'm not talking about all the weird, political ones that people who are, super knowledgeable about patch updates and stuff talk about. I'm just talking about, from a world-building standpoint. Blizzard really lost its way. I don't know what happened there, but man, the original StarCraft games, fire. So good. Story-wise, excellent, especially for the limitations that they had, New ones, they're alright. Heart of the Swarm was good. Story in Heart of the Swarm was pretty good. It's got a lot of really lazy, tropey writing, though. Evolution is survival of the fittest. And it's that's not really what evolution is. It's not survival of the fittest. It's basically survival of the most well adapted, which does not necessarily mean strength. There's a reason why all the dinosaurs freaking died out when they got hit by a meteor. Because they were too big and they required too many resources to continue to sustain themselves in such a low oxygen environment. So it really has nothing to do with strength usually. Honestly, the biggest creatures are dominant in their time, but anytime some significant environmental shift occurs, the biggest creatures are the ones that die the fastest. That's why birds, avian dinosaurs survived. They're the only living family of dinosaurs. It's because they were small. The big T-Rex and stuff, toast. Oh god. Dead. These guys, I don't really know what they are lore-wise. They're just goofy fucking statue boys that breathe fire. Oh yeah, I forgot that guy's up there. We need to be careful. Not to go down too far until these guys are all dead. Because we've got a Taurus demon we've got to get past. Hello, friend. I see you over there. I want to unequip these. Come, creature. Fight me. Face me, beast. I have slain your kind once before, I shall do it again. Dangus. Dangus the Great shall slay thee in martial single combat. Oh, he's kind of got me pinned up against a pillar here. I'm still winning. I'm still winning. Thou cannot defeat me, creature. Once we get this guy, we're gonna go open that super secret shortcut that's gonna help save Solaire. Ah! Because again, if Solaire survives the entire game, if you can do this correctly, he's the only NPC that you can summon for the final boss, and you can only summon him if he survives this stretch of the game. And unless we do this thing, he absolutely will not survive this. Dude, I can't. I'm trying to get around him. Alright. God dang it. Ugh. The big enemies, man, they can just turn around on one foot sometimes, and it's I wish I could do that. I wish I could just change direction when I wanted to attack someone. But no, I can't! It's alright. I just need to get them souls back. Okay, you know what? I should really be fighting these guys without my shield. This will go way faster if I don't do this. Yeah. Way faster. Come here, guys. We're gonna do old-fashioned. Smashy smash. Alright. So, a little more about Lost Izalith before we fight a big old Minotaur guy. As I said, it's the home of the Witch of Izalith. And this is where the sort of precursor to pyromancies came from. It was actually a kind of sorcery, but it was fire-based. But the knowledge to create it was lost when Izalith fell. Which happened when the Witch of Izalith and her Daughters of Chaos tried to use her piece of the first flame to recreate it, but created the Flame of Chaos, which basically turned the place into the fire level. We talked demons. Came from this place, and eventually Gwyn led his Silver Knights on a conquest to try and clear them out of Lost Izalith. But they were eventually defeated, or rather, they defeated the demons. But because there were so many of them, and they couldn't actually contain the bed of chaos, they sealed it away in the ruins to keep it from spreading beyond there. So the Flame of Chaos, this thing that the Witch of Izalith made, is where pyromancy comes from, and it's why pyromancy is sort of stigmatized. Pyromancy was mastered and taught by Quilana, one of the remaining Daughters of Chaos, the one who wasn't turned into a weird spider woman. She's the only one of the Daughters of Chaos to survive the destruction of Lost Izalith unscathed. She only took one student when she first created pyromancy. He's a man named Salaman, and she instructed him in safe ways to use pyromancy. Then he returned to the Great Swamp where he was from, and spread his teachings, and that's where modern pyromancers come from, and where their powers come from. Now, of course, the city's home to nothing but nightmares. Alright, so here's the thing. We can kill this guy, and I don't want to... we could just run past him, but we can beat him. It's doable. I just need to, I need to just use these stairs, I think, to my advantage. Oh, that did a lot. Oh my god. Yeah, see, he doesn't have that much health. We can freaking beat this guy. It's just a matter of not getting squished before. So if I stay on the underside of him, I should have a little bit easier time. Alright. Knock it off. Vanquished! You've been vanquished! Revenge! Alright, and there's a bunch of other stupid crap here. Capra Demon, a big old worm's gonna jump out here. We're not gonna mess with any of this stuff right now. Because it's just, ooh, gross breath attack. Fun times. No. 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 Alright. Oh my gosh, what is this? Examine brilliant light? Oh! Where are you coming from? Also, this is different. Sealed by the Great Lord's power. What? I've never ran into this before. Anyone know what this is? Do I have to, like... Well, that's frustrating. Why can't I get through here? Peculiar. Homeward bone it is. This might be a thing that I'm gonna Google quick. Because I don't know what this is. This is interesting. I've never run into that before. Usually it's a pretty simple matter of just kind of like going in and doing my stuff. Summoning Dark Souls. Whoop. Lost Izalith. Sealed. Oh, those are all capital letters. That's fun. By the Great Lord's something. Lost Eye is a shortcut sealed by a Great Lord's power. What did this mean? You need Chaos Servant +3 to open. No. Oh, we have to place the Lord Vessel. Well, fine. We'll just go to Firelink Shrine and we'll place the Lord Vessel. Goodness me. I didn't know that. See, there's so many little nuances to this game that, like, you don't know. Even, like, looking up things up, there's so much stuff. So many little details like that, that if you don't actually find them, or, like, encounter them or experience them, even looking things up, it's really likely that you're going to miss things. God, I just, these guys really bug me. I don't like them at all. You think, oh, you've died. You're wrong. I've done a magic fall. Okay, so apparently I've got to place the Lord Vessel. Place the Lord Vessel. Learning experience. Still can't wear any better pants, which is getting to be mildly frustrating. Look at that big old bowl. Somehow we had that just like on our person somewhere. You know, that was the thing we got from Guinevere up in old Land Rolando. And we just had that on us this whole time somehow. A brilliant light. Hey, look at all the doors opening. I see. I see. That makes a great deal of sense. Okay, so now we've got that. Of course we can't warp down there, so we just have to go to the Daughter of Chaos. Gonna rest here. Where can we level up? I can level up. We're gonna do, what was the... It was endurance for equipment load, so we gotta level that up a little bit more. Alright, can I finally wear the pants that go with this armor without being encumbered? No, still not yet. God, dude. I think it's like 50%, like you have to be under half of what your maximum capacity is. God, I ran past it again. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh, cool. I got 10 Estus back. Resting at the fires so that I can be closer if I die. And now eventually we could probably go down there and fight all those Taurus demons, but why on earth you do that unless you were really trying to go for like a completionist thing? I have no earthly idea why you would do it. There are 1, 2, 3. There are 7 over there. And if you're lucky, you can lure one away at a time, but some of them are so close together that I have a hard time imagining being able to do that for all of them. Unless you're very good at this game, which, you know, I don't know, I think I'm pretty good. I'm okay. I'm better at 3. I don't know if that's the case for a lot of people, but I feel like I'm the best at Dark Souls 3. The controls are a little more responsive, I think is the big thing. I'm gonna try and just, like, run past this dude. See how this goes, because I don't want to waste any of my Estus that I all just got back. Swing! Oh, that hurt a lot. But that's okay if we get to the bonfire. Oh, I'm going to have to use one, because if I drop down with this much health, I'm going to die. This may have backfired somewhat. Please stop chasing me. Yes, we did it. And there's no worm here now. Just gonna check my stuff. Check my stuff. Check my stuff. See what kind of stuff I got in my stuff. I got a lot of stuff in my stuff box. Oop, oop. Got a lot of demon titanite. What sort of things do I have in my box? I've got a lot of things here that I need to get rid of. Oh yeah, we got that robe I want to drop off because I just don't like having things I'm not using in my inventory, guys. I just don't like it. I wonder something, can I... Dragon Crest Shield, let's see, is this better at blocking flames? It's actually a lot better at blocking flames, but it's very poor at blocking, has less stability, and it's not very good at blocking magic, but I don't know how much of this damage down here we have will count as magic. So let's switch shields. The Dragon Crest Shield will block fire a little better. And this is also the frickin' part of the game where instead of putting on this, I'm going to put on that. We're going to just like get as much fire resistance as we can. I feel like that's a smart idea, don't you guys? No, thank you. I think I've had enough. I shan't be needing any more. It's not necessary. No, that's perfectly fine. I don't require any more of that. Alright, now we've got the stupid frickin' thing open. We are not going to fight this guy again, because that's just not something that we need to do. It's not something that needs to be done. So we're going to run past all this. Goodbye, farewell. I'm going over here now, because this is where our shortcut is. And this is where they can't follow us, because it's too small. Ah, you fools. Oh! Okay, that didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was going to. I did just slip off. But that's okay. That's okay. So now, see all these little bug guys? We've got to kill a bunch of these, because one of them has a special item that we, one, don't necessarily need, but it does make a huge difference. Okay, well, none of these guys had it, so maybe it's on the other side of the door here. Touch door. Can I open it? Yes. I did the thing correctly. Excellent. Alright, so one of you creatures. One of you has the key to save my friend Solaire. Drop it. I think it's this guy. Red Eyes. It's Red Eye Man. It's gotta be. Yes, there it is. So the Sunlight Maggot. That is one of these things' faces. And we can use it to light our way when we get to a place called the Tomb of the Giants, which is a really bad part of the game because it's very dark and you can't see anything and everything's on cliffs. It's like take Blighttown, but add giant like bone dogs that like can just absolutely ravage you, and then also no light. And again, continuing with the theme of, I always say that this is the worst part in Dark Souls, and there's always a place that's worse, and that's universal. That's going to happen with every single game we play in this series. So if you're not familiar with Dark Souls, just be prepared for that inevitability. Okay, so now that we've got the Sunlight Maggot, we're going to run into Solaire a little bit later in this level. And which if we hadn't done that, after that point, he would come over here, find the Sunlight Maggot, put it on his head, and go crazy. Because he found a light and he thinks it's his son and all that good stuff. But what we've now done is, though he will be sad, we've made it so that he will not go mad. And then he can help us with some more things. Which is good, because Solaire's a good guy. You know, he's very jovial. His attitude is much needed in this bleak place known as Lordran. There's an item over here. Where? There he is. Soul of a brave warrior. Alright, so we've got to drop down. Gosh, that hurt. And that goes all the way through, but because of something we've also got to do with Sigmire today, I'm trying to think when it's the best time to do that, because we have to do it before, well, no, we don't have to do it before we beat, what's her name? Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't come this way. It's those invisible barrier. Boss fight against basically Asylum Demon, but the fire one. This level gets a lot of flack for being like one of the most poorly designed levels in Dark Souls, and I gotta say, I do agree with that. Because it's just really not very good. It's kind of boring. Everything's basically the fire version of other stuff. Wow, we're really not doing very much damage to this fellow. Wow, that hurt a lot. This is a boss that, I don't know, he's just not very, like, distinctive. You know, he's basically just a demon, but on fire. Now, I thought there's... I could swear... Oh, you know what? It's because I don't have any humanity. That's why. Let's do that, and then I think I can summon somebody in to help me with this fight. Reverse hollowing, and we're just gonna run past everything because I don't care. We've already fought it a few times, we're good. We're good. guys just so that they don't like completely swarm us from behind in a little bit. Because that would be bad. So if I'm not going to do multiplayer stuff, which I really still would like to do, it is a big bummer that it hasn't been working. I do really want to do Ark and Vermintide, because those are very fun games to play with friends. They're not like too terribly serious, you know, so I don't know. Can we not summon someone in for this fight? I swear to God, I thought I could. Try humanity. That's what I'm trying. There's no one here. Let me look. So let me. Ha! You can't get past. I'm gonna look up something. I'm gonna look up this Fire Sage demon, you know, and I'm gonna see if there's like. Because this is a boss that, honestly, I haven't fought that many times. I mean, obviously, I fought it every time I've gone through the game, but it's just a boss that you don't really pay a lot of attention to because it's. Is it Demon Fire Sage or Fire Sage Demon? I think it's Fire Sage Demon. Yay, the good wiki. Okay. Can we summon anyone? NPCs. Oh, sorry. I don't want Lost Izalith. Demon Fire Sage. There he is. Can we not summon anyone in for this? Let's see here. The very close room is in a chat, blah blah blah, related to the former of the two bosses. Stray Demon, Plunging Strike, Strategy. Doesn't say anything. Maybe we can't summon anyone in here. It does say try humanity, but there's no one to summon in, so I don't know. We're gonna try again. Let's go. We'll crack him eventually. God, I hate that ability. It's the worst. So lame. God, he's just gonna keep using it. He's just gonna keep spamming it like a freaking cheater. I hate you. Ah, dang it, dude. The trick of this guy is to stay. Wow, dude. Okay, cool. Thrilling. So good. Sprint time. No thank you, no thank you. I think I'm doing fine. I don't really need anybody's help at the a moment. Oh god. Please leave me alone. Traverse the white light. I hate that fucking magic attack that he has. God, man, I hate it. It's the worst. You can just do it and it... it's the worst fucking attack. This is one of my least favorite bosses in the entire game. He's not even very good. It's just like another thing. I'm also sort of salty that he keeps hitting me with that same stupid attack over and over again. But at least now he's giving me a good chance to get some shots in. Okay, that was stupid. So you can dodge to the side, but sometimes you can't really, like... Ow! I just walked into that. It's just... Man, I forget how long it takes to, like, play out the whole animation. Gosh, dang it! Oh my lord. We did pretty well that time, though. Almost got down to half. Almost got him down to half. Alright. Man, I'm hungry. Anybody else hungry? I'm starving. Someone order... Don't do that. It's so weird to me that people order food for Twitch streamers. I'm playing Twitch. Someone order me a pizza. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nope, I'm good. I'm doing just fine, thank you very much. Ah, you creature! Die, beast! Ugh. Ooh, hi. Hello, giant, gross man. Oop, I'm stuck in a tree. Wonderful. Smash some of these trees. Get them out of the way. Ow. How'd you do that? That hurt. Ow! God dang it, I tried to roll sideways, but I didn't have the stick over far enough, and I just went forward. It's okay, he's not too bad. He does a lot of damage, so if we just... Whoa! Wow, dude! That hurt quite profoundly. That was a big ouch. That was a big old ouch. Oh, oh, oh. So, viewers, I know that you guys don't like to interact with me all that much for whatever reason. I know that like online stuff is weird, and I also don't like to talk to people on the internet. But what would you like me? Because if I'm not going to do the multiplayer stuff, which again, big bummer, I can always try and play Ark by myself, which is possible with the creative mode, and I've learned enough about the game. Oh, that did a lot, dude. That was more damage from that ability than I am accustomed to taking.
Permission to speak freely, ma'am. This dump does not meet the level of fancy to which I have grown accustomed.
Dude, right on top of me. It didn't even like fucking miss. He just got me right, just right on top. Right on the old top-a-roo. Although we aren't actually doing damage-wise slightly better this time. At least we're on track to do slightly better this time. Only one. That was lame. Alright, well, I'm gonna do. Oh. Whoa, that was real close. I thought for sure he was gonna hit me with that one.
Stop it! Be silent, creature! Demon Fire Sage!
Only got the one Estus left, but if we are smart and careful and patient, I think that should be all we need. Because we're not close to dying right at this second. We've kind of got him in a bit of a loop, which is good. This is where he's most vulnerable to our attacks. So definitely doing well. Definitely doing much better. Oh, okay. Alright, well, there we go. That didn't change much, but it definitely is a tick in the wrong direction. Alright. We're still doing pretty well. We're getting him down there. We're getting him down. Ow! I thought I was for sure out of range of that one. Alright, last Estus. This is going to be a close one, but we're doing well. Wow! I cannot... Oof. Alright, that was good. Impatient. Getting impatient. That is going to kill me. Alright, this is a close one. This is for sure a close one. Nail biter, folks, nail biter. Damn it! Got me with that stupid power. I hate that magic attack, man. So close. So close. We're getting there. So very close. Okay. Let's do it. This says this is it. Fourth time's the charm, as the saying goes. I'm gonna smack you in your butt. I got you in your butt. Big old idiot. Big old idiot. Oh, great. Now he's a million miles away and he's going to do the things that are all awful. Dude, I don't understand the timing of how you dodge that. It just works sometimes and sometimes... Oh, well, we're dead. Dude, didn't even... That's what happens, though, with Dark Souls, you know? I freaking hate this boss. It's the worst. the worst. Actually, you know what we're gonna try? We're gonna try something here. We're going back to the Daughter of Chaos. We're running. Get a few more Estus. Are we sure I can't warp down there? I gotta check. I haven't committed in memory all of the fast travel locations, but if I can transport to the Demon Ruins, I'm gonna do that. Warp. Dang it! Do not have the warp. It must be the next bonfire. It must be the next one. Running this whole thing is going to be awful every single time, but if I can come at it with like a few more Estus, you know, like if I had a couple more Estus on that one, not last time because that was a travesty, but the time before that, you know, I feel like I would have had it because he was almost dead. I'm going to try to maybe not rush past this guy. I'm going to try and bait him into an attack. Block it with my shield. Yawn. And start running. But I needed a drink first. Yeesh. Oh my fucking god, really? My fucking shield didn't do anything? He just fucking killed me? I hate you. Alright, well now I gotta hit this bonfire. I don't have to use any of my Estus though, which is nice. I am a fan of that. It's a very good thing to not have to use. Goodbye, fire boys, fireball boys. Kill this boss this time. So I'm gonna run past this again. Okay, you fire sage bastard, let's go. You and me, two great gladiators. Can I have those? God, dude, camera absolutely screwed me on that, dude. That was fucking unfair. That was a camera screwed me over. How do you dodge those attacks? I don't understand. Because I've dodged a couple, but like, oh god, he's gonna do it again. He's just gonna spam me with these attacks. It's the worst. Okay, well at least my shield took all that damage. That's fine. It wouldn't be so bad if those magic attacks were a little easier to avoid, but he can just freaking hit you with them, it seems like. Okay, I'll take that. The leap forward actually works sort of in my favor because it lets me... Dude, I don't understand how to avoid those. I don't know why dodging it from certain directions makes any difference whatsoever. It's the same distance, right? Oh god, you're just gonna keep spamming me with this shit. Stop, dude. Play by the fucking book, man. I really, like, need you to not be this big douchey prick about everything. Come on! Yeah, see, what I need you to do is I need you to spam your stupid attacks. Not the ones that are actually good, because I can't really do anything about those. God damn it! Every single time. Every single time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or how, like, what the timing thing is. I've never, ever been able to figure it out. It's brutal. I do not like it. Because it makes what would otherwise be, like, honestly, a fucking stupid easy... Oh my god, man. And then occasionally it gets him in there where he does, like, extra damage. Okay, you need to knock it off. Stop it! Ooh, I'll take it. I will take it! Come on, fire shit. Demon fire shit! Oh, okay. You didn't do the scary one. Okay, alright. Well, that wasn't the greatest one of those, but I'll take one hit instead of none. Yes, keep doing this. This is your worst attack, and it gives me the best opening possible to actually do damage to you. Let's get away from that. Hey, he's doing it again. Thanks, dude. Whoa, whoa. Normally I like to try and get behind him with that, but I felt like I probably didn't have enough time. So, it's okay. He gave us another chance. Oh, good. Now he's going to do the thing. Oh, no, he didn't do the thing. He just did the really heavy hit. Well, I'll take it. Again, as long as he's not doing the attack that I can't seem to figure out how to dodge. I will take it. Oh, yes. Yes! You're mine now! Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, you wily bastard. Gotcha. Gotcha! You're dead. We've done it. Do the shimmy, do the shimmy, do the shimmy, do the shimmy. Excellent. Oh, that's the way we came from. Let's not go that way. We want to go this way. Vanquished. We've done it. We've defeated the Demon Fire Sage. Because I think it's up for the shortcut here. Because there's a fun shortcut back to the Daughter of Chaos here. Like an elevator that we can get. That will make it so we can get, you know, more Estus. We don't have to run by the Taurus demon every single time. I think it's up. It might be down. I'm pretty sure it's up, though. And then I think what we're going to do, just to make sure we get everything in today... everything in today that we can get in today. Because even if we don't get to the Bed of Chaos, it's not honestly too difficult to get to the Bed of Chaos. The boss fight itself is pretty awful, though. It can be. It's one of those boss fights where, like, it can be the easiest thing in the entire world, or it can be just the worst thing in the world. Up we go! look where we are! Okay, and since we're here, and it's a pretty short ways to Blighttown, I think that's what we're gonna...
Prepare to dedicate them. I will make if you need some.
Let's see, what is he... Purchase item, what does he have to buy? Servant roster? Oh, I mean... Oh, you can make your pyromancy do dark magic stuff. Gross! Our next encounter with Sigmire is up in Blighttown, so that's why I want to go there real quick to keep his quest moving along so we don't miss any steps. He should be out in Blighttown. Again, I have not played this game quite enough to have it completely committed to memory, but I've got a pretty good sense of where some items are and things, and how to actually play the game, which is, I would argue, fundamentally the most important thing about playing a video game is understanding how it's done. Man, I'm hungry. I should have eaten before the stream. I also need to put that rusted iron ring back on so we can run through the swamp. And we need to equip those purple moss clumps. So I believe Sigmire is like down along here on this side somewhere. It should be. After we spoke with him in the last like partial session, which again, if you want to watch that and then see everything that I've done, it's about a 20-minute video that I cut down from its original length because is he not here yet? Where are you? I think we're in the wrong spot. We've got to go the other way. Which is fine. As you can, I'm sure, tell, I'm not curing my poison because I'm gonna get a bonfire in a second, and until I get to the bonfire, I'm just gonna keep running through the poison anyways, so it's just sort of a waste. Hit another level. Let's do that endurance. Are we there yet? Yes! Finally! We can roll at the medium speed with the leggings on. Excellent. That's going to make our armor so much better. Look, you creatures. Creatures of the abyss. I will slay monstrosities. I'm looking for my friend, Sigmire of Katarina. Have you seen... Oh, hey, look, there's another one of our friends over there, the Pyromancer guy. Let's go, we talked to him. We messed around with him a little bit last time. He's like, oh my gosh, you guys have some cool pyromancies. Where'd you get those? And we were like, hey, I got them from from Quaylag and the Fair Lady down in the old Blighttown. And he's like, oh, really cool. That's pretty awesome. Can I get those? Can you tell me where you found her? I'm like, yeah, sure. And so he left. And now here he is, and I don't have a sword on me to deal with these guys because the halberd is not the best weapon for fighting these obnoxious fools. But they're the worst, and so they will keep spawning for a little while. We'll, eventually, if we kill, like, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them, they stop. So we'll just kind of, like, mill about here before we go talk to our friend, because we don't want to bring any trouble up there. You know, we don't want to hurt our boy, or we don't want him to get hurt. Unduly. Hey! 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 Oh my god, dude. I hate these things. Die, you frickin'... ding weasels. I see there's another one spawning. Why don't you come up? You know what? Can I shoot? It's more work than I wanted to get the bow out. It's fine. 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 Fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh God, please don't. Friend! What are you doing over here? Just mind your own business? What's going on? Where are you going? Oh, you want to... Oh, no, what happened to him? Fun fact, I knew this was going to happen. He comes down here and he goes hollow, and you can even see it on his face. He's all, like, singed looking. Oh, sir. You done poisoned yourself, too. I'm sorry I have to do this to your friend. But look at that. Yet another one of our companions succumbing to the terrors and the misery of Lordran and of the curse of the undead. Now we're looking for Sigmire, who I think I saw. Yay, there he is. He, however, is not hollow yet. So he's gonna be, excuse me, sir, can I ask you for some assistance, and we'll help him out. Sort of in a bit of a pickle there as I offer this Sigmar. Alright, we're gonna stop this poison. What's up, buddy? Sleeping. Oh, Sigmar, you're always sleeping, buddy. You're always so tired. You fight hard, and then you pass out.
Mm-hmm. Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fit.
Oh, you wouldn't say.
I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
For you, Sigmire, dude, anything.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude.
Deepest
I shall not forget
gratitude.
This. Please, take this. A symbol of my appreciation.
Ooh, he gave us a pokey shield.
Our fates do seem entwined, don't they?
I think so, man.
This, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
Man, Lord Gwyn.
A poison swamp, like quicksand in there.
It's pretty awful. The poison swamp. It's like if there were like levels in The Princess Bride. There's the fire swamp, the poison swamp, the ice swamp, the swamp. I don't know what other swamps we've got. So now where do I need to go? I need to go. Well, we've talked to Sigmire. We've talked to our friend there. I can't remember what his name was. Pyromancy dude. Now it's back to business. Oh. I hear someone. No thanks. No thank you. I'll be doing fine without any of that, sir. So I think that was worth the trip, right? We got to see some of our old friends. We had to put one of them down, unfortunately, but Sigmire's doing all right, which is always a good thing. You know, Sigmire's a swell guy. No, stop that! We shan't be having any of that here today. I've got business to attend to. Up yonder, you say? Yes, very good, very good. We'll get to a bonfire, we'll get some more purple moss clumps. Just to be as safe, and we'll be right as rain. Oh, big yawn. big yawn. Wow. Walking around through these spider holes. We shall run swiftly across this place. Quickly now. I still want to know who would build a bell all the way underground. I mean, I guess if you're going to build a whole city underground, it would make sense that there would be at least one bell, I suppose. I don't think we can rest on bonfires. We should rest at this one. Oh my god, yawn attack. Just in case. Now, if you give me just a moment here, I need to send a message. I need to send a message. Sending message. Message sent. Very good. Very good indeed. Oh my god, oh my god, I'm being assaulted. Oh, Jesus. Demon ruins. So we can go that way and fight past all those guys again, but I don't want to do that. So we're just going to drop down here and take minimal falling damage. Blink. Ta-da! No messing with roly-polies. Oh, facing the wrong way. We need to go this way. We need to go down, though, instead of up. Down instead of up? Yes. Down instead of up, indeed. Bonfire. Oh yeah, this is the fight we can summon Solaire for. Because now we're about to fight that creepy centipede thing. Which we need to do because it has a ring that will basically make us nearly immune to fire damage. So, or no, we take less damage from walking on fire or something. I can't remember exactly what it does. But oh, you know what we need? You know what I've forgotten? Again, because I just don't do it as often in this game as I do in other games. We gotta hit that bonfire so we can bindle ourselves. We can reverse our hollowing. Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys, I'm being attacked by a yawn monster. I need some food, man. I'm real hungry. What should I eat? I think I've got just like sandwich stuff. I think might be it. Just for like turkey. Look, it's gonna be Solaire. Summon that phantom? Heck yeah, I'm gonna summon that phantom. That's an attractive phantom, you know. He's a very sparkly phantom. Shiny and bright like the sun. Look at that move. Praise the sun. Praise the sun. Da da da. In we go for another boss fight. Whoa, look at him. Oh gosh. This thing is some kind of demon. I couldn't find anything specific about like if it's, you know, related to any of the witches or anything. I think it's just a gross demon thing. Look at all them centipoid arms he's got. Centipoid! Centipoid! Okay, so the trick is, if we can get him over here... Oh gosh, that took a lot of damage. There's a lot less lava to get killed by. Solaire! Dude! Oh, I guess he doesn't take too much damage? He's kind of just getting his ass kicked then. Yes, this is where we want him. Over here, because if we can chop off one of his funny, gross arms, it'll drop the ring that we need to be more resistant to this shit. The big one. The real big arm. That one. That's the one. If we chop that bastard off. Oh, boy. He's going to attack from range, eh? Wow, I just rolled right into it. This could not be going any dumber right now, honestly, dude. This could not be going any more stupidly. He's just spamming! He's just spamming this one frickin' attack. I hate it. Stop, dude. Ugh! You're supposed to come over here and not be in the lava so I can... Dude, this is being... I have... Wow, my god, dude. My god. This is going really... Oh, so you finally do something that's not just spam your same stupid attack over and over again. Thank freaking goodness he doesn't actually have that much health. Of course, I knew that was going to happen. Anytime an enemy jumps over you in Dark Souls, you're probably not going to be able to dodge it because it's going to go to a place where you can't see it. Cool, he's just eating Solaire. Die! Sorry, I'm really trying not to have to do this fight more than once, because this is a dumb one to have to do more than one time. I mean, at least in my experience, I've heard a lot of people say this is a really hard fight. It's never been terribly difficult for me. It is a pain in the ass. But, like, I just mean as far as the environment that you're fighting in, you know? You're fighting on a fucking lake of... Oh, God. Alright, stop. He's doing this shit again. Ow. Oh. Wow. God, dude. Camera, thank you for that. That was incredible. I feel blessed. Good lord. Okay. Can I just want to, like, regain my fucking sense of direction. You know, I just want to, like, reorient myself, really. It's just almost dead. And I just want your ring, you horrible monster. Stop. Okay, there we go. God, that was annoying. This is one of those bosses that just really jacks up the camera. And as I've said before, Okay, we done that. I gotta send this message back real quick. The orange Chard ring. This is what we need to get across the fire without taking a bazillion points of damage and dying as soon as we touch it. Great. So this is going fairly well. You know, we had a couple of weird little things, but you know, by and large, things are going fairly smoothly. It's not even quite 7 o'clock yet. I think there's an item back here, maybe. It doesn't look like it. Okay, never mind. There are a lot of items out in the lava in this level, because of course there is. And we're not really gonna mess around with too many of them because that's just not necessary. Most of the items aren't really worth it. They're like souls and stuff. And we've run into a lot of our friends tonight, multiple times, but here's another one of our friends. It's Solaire again.
Why?
Oh man, he's doing well. It's really sad.
After all this searching, I still cannot find it.
Oh man, Solaire.
Why? After all this...
He's so sad, he doesn't even want to talk to us. Don't worry, Solaire. We'll get it figured out, buddy. That's annoying. Ta-da! How many levels can we get now? Probably... Oh, hey, just one, I think. Strength! No, let's go Vitality. I need to get some more hit points. Oh, we're so close to another level already. Annoying. I need to look up where we get the Rite of Enkindling. Because that's going to allow us to get more than 5 Estus back and bonfires. And oh my god, that fire sound is so loud. I can't, with my headphones on, I can't even hear myself talking when I'm running on it. But welcome to the fire level, where the ground is lava and there's a bunch of like half dragons, just to make things weird. I don't really know. The design here is so strange. I can see why people think it's lazy, because it's just like normal features, but like with some red on it. But I don't know. I don't mind it as much as some people do. It doesn't bug me too much that this level's not that special. I mean, I'd rather have this than Tomb of the Giants, honestly, because at least I can play through this and not die. And not get eaten by monsters on a freaking cliff face. Alright, we're gonna run out there and grab that little item. I think we have to go that way anyway, so never mind. We're just gonna have to do it no matter what. Lost Izalith. Look at all these weird leg things. Like the bottom have some dragons. It's really strange. And they're not. Is this the thing? No, it's not this one. I can't remember. Here we go. Here's a thing. The soul of a great hero. Me. I'm a great hero. Or oh, legs! We walked really close to the legs, and that's the only thing that makes them move at all, is walking very close to them. Run! Oh god, that was a stomp. Oh my gosh. He killed the boulder man. That was intense. Ah, he's everywhere. He's making so much noise. Twin humanities. So, fun fact, something easily missed here. Go back to your home. Look at it, it's just like a giant half of a dragon, just like walking about. So strange. No head or nothing. Alright, so fun fact is, around this corner is a bonfire. There's a bonfire. So we're gonna use that thing we just picked up. And now we're on the last leg before the Witch of Izalith. And frankly, if we die, which we're more than likely to do a number of times, we have to run all the way from here to where she lives. So let's see. We're gonna do some more vitality. Or I'm gonna do that. That's bothering me. That's like a 29. Okay, great. Alright, so since it doesn't really matter, and this has a better magic damage block. I don't So I'm gonna play through this path here like once to like get the stuff, get items and things. But once we get to the bed of chaos and we die a million times, I'm just gonna run a sprint through here. Because the bed of chaos is the worst boss in the entire game. And that's, again, not from a difficulty standpoint, from just a purely this boss has some cheap moves standpoint. Unblockable sweeps. Unblockable and nearly unavoidable sweeping attacks that knock you into holes. You don't even die from damage, you just get pushed off of shit. Hey! Why are you... Dude, what the heck? No, I thought I figured it... Finally, I figured out... How do I kick? Nope, I thought I had it. Don't have it. It's gone. I'm going to smash you with my halberd. You beast. Beast. Green beast. Shrek 1. What a classic film. I haven't seen that movie in forever. But I was just thinking about the Muffin Man joke the other day. That, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. That part is a good part. It's such a stupid joke, but I love it. Shrek 1 is truly a classic film. Like, it's one of the best animated movies ever made. Even if it has Cameron Diaz in it, it's just so weird. Like, I can't remember what... I think it was on, like, Top Gear once forever ago. I haven't watched Top Gear in a really long time. Just okay, really. But they had, like, Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz on as, like, the guests. And there was so much, like, obvious, like, sexual tension between the two of them on camera. Like, it was so uncomfortable. It was like, aren't they both married? Like... Creepy thing. So this is by far one of the grossest monsters. A lot of people say this looks like something that could be from Bloodborne. It's definitely very Lovecraftian. just like a weird... We didn't see it from the top, but the top of it is open, and that's where its mouth is. It's pretty gross. Pretty gross stuff. So, even though we missed him before, I think just up those stairs is where we have the possibility of encountering Kirk again. If he doesn't show up there, I don't know what we did, but we probably won't run into him. I wonder if sometimes the encounters are contingent upon defeating certain bosses, and we may have beaten the boss that sort of made it so that we progressed past his encounter. It may have been the Gaping Dragon all the way back in, I think, the second episode. Soul of a hero! So we've got this guy down here. Let's see if we can drop down here without falling off. Oh, we did it! A rare ring of sacrifice. Okay, so we came all the way back down here. We've defeated everyone. And we've only got 5 Estus left. It's quite good. It's not. I'm kidding. It's not good. It's not ideal. But until we get that Rite of Kindling, which I can't remember where it is, I keep forgetting to look it up. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do. Okay, so this is an area. I wonder... Let's just fight everybody here. Why not? You know, we're gonna go back to that bonfire anyways, so... Woo! Look at all that fire. Look at all that fire. I'd like that, please. Smoked. There's another thing we'll do. We can kind of do with Sigmire, who's kind of like around in these parts, but we're not going to do that today. We can do that a little later. Hot! Too hot! That's another movie I haven't seen in a long time. Spaceballs. When he drinks the coffee. When Lord Helmet drinks the coffee from Mr. Coffee on board their spaceship. What a great movie. What a classic. Do people even, like... Do kids even watch that movie anymore? I'm not old by any means, but I feel like I've finally reached the age where, like, I feel like I'm genuinely out of touch with the kids. I'm almost 30. So again, not old by any definition, but again, I also just don't feel like a tiny child anymore. And I just don't know what people do for anything. I know people play, like, I don't know, kids even still play Fortnite? I've never played it, so I don't know what the deal is. I was a PUBG man. And then it never got finished. And then everyone started playing Fortnite and Apex Legends, which is so super fair. The problem with those early access games is they make a bunch of money. The really good ones make a bunch of money before they actually get finished, and then they never actually finish the game. And I know a lot of the early access games are done by really small development teams, but it's like Hawken. Like, Hawken has been in beta for 10 years or more. Like, Hawken is so fun. It's one of the only, like, actual online shooter games that I've played ever that I enjoyed. But it's been in frickin' alpha for a million years, and it's never shown any sign that it's going anywhere. Which is a bummer, because it could have been a really cool game, and it's been out for so long now that if they made a big deal out of it again, nobody would care. It's a cool mech shooter for anybody who's not familiar. It's a cool online mech shooter. You can play co-op or like competitive or co-op modes and stuff. Oh man, I might even install it again. Just for fun, just to check it out. What? Am I being invaded? Yup. I was gonna say, I wonder why I can't frickin'... Alright, well, we're gonna just stay here, and then if we die, we die, and, you know... At least I'm right by the bonfire. Wow, you didn't even give me a chance to... Wow. What, What was that? Yeah, fucking right. Did you guys see that? That was outrageous. Out-fucking-rageous. I'm glad you're really good at this game and you don't just use like super cheap strategies to beat people. That was dumb. And then you stand over me like you're hot shit. It's like, dude, you basically cheated. Like, you didn't even give me a fair fight. You didn't even give me a fair fight. Invaders in Dark Souls 1 are the worst. The worst. Alright, well, I guess it's boss fight time. Or no, I think we have to fight... Oh, we'll see. If we have to fight Kirk or not, that's going to change some things. But that's okay. I'm not in a rush. You know, we've got forever. Really. I'm only playing until, like, 8. But... I think we'll be able to beat the Bed of Chaos, even if she does suck horribly. We're gonna run through all these guys. They're all so slow. And they have no melee attacks. Okay, see this guy? He's got like, if he grabs you, he sucks you up in those weird little armholes into his face, which is the big weird body thing. And look at that, teeth! Teeth, it's gross. They're so horrible. I don't like it. Oh, and Kirk's, you know what, dude? Kirk's not going to attack us because we're not kindled. God dang it. Oh, at least we can kill this lady first. That'll be good. A Witch of Izalith! Or, well, no, not a Witch of Izalith. Somebody pretending to be her. Be one of them. A hollow, no doubt. Yeah, easy enough. There's the boss fog. We're going to have a look around a little bit more, and then I think we do have to actually go back and get the thing so that we can, fight Kirk, so we can see him, if he will show up at all now. Again, I don't really know what to expect now that we can't find him in the depths. He may be beyond our reach for this playthrough. Which is a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Kirk is not an intrinsic part of the lore. It's just kind of another fun little thing you get to learn about. We did talk about him, but I would just like to be able to... Whoa, Chaos Fire Whip. That's a really powerful pyromancy, it looks like. Too bad I don't use pyromancies, because I don't care about magic. Magic's for sissies. I just want to punch people with my bare hands. Magic is for sissies. Alright, Kirk. Hopefully you're here this time. If not, again, not the end of the world, but I would have liked to show him to you guys. Because again, we're supposed to encounter him first in the depths, but we didn't. And I know for a fact that I didn't fight him off stream because I considered doing it just so that we didn't have to go back to the depths on stream, but then decided against it because like, no, we didn't talk about Kirk. We gotta talk about Kirk of the Thorns, who shows up in freaking every single game, because undead, as long as you can retain your humanity, you'll never die. And so it's implied that like thousands of years pass between each game, or at least centuries. Thousands of years feels more accurate to me for the vibe I get from the history and how old everything is made to feel. But I don't, I don't know exactly. I've heard it's like as few as like 800 years between the first and second game, which, I don't know, from the standpoint of world building, doesn't really seem like a whole heck of a lot of time for the changes, the dramatic changes that we see. I mean, 800 years is a long-ass time. We're certainly in a way different place than we were 800 years ago, but in a world that's like perpetually bound up in like fantasy magic and stuff, it just doesn't seem like... It just doesn't seem like that long of a period of time. Okay, so is Kirk gonna fight us? This is where he will summon in up here. Huh. I don't think we're gonna find Kirk in this playthrough. It's very interesting. Be wary of what? Sniper spot? Interesting. Oh, hello. Someone to help? Who are you? A person. Well, it can't hurt. Grimbo! Alright, Grimbo. Let's do it. It certainly can't help. Or it can't hurt, because, again, this boss, you don't really fight this boss. You mostly just try not to get killed. Grimbo? You coming? You coming, Grimbo? Yeah, Grimbo! Phantom Grimbo summoned. Hello. Hello, sir. Let's go. We're gonna do some surfing. Some Beach Boys style surfing here. Bed of Chaos. It's a weird Lovecraftian root tree thing. And you see the glowing bits, that's where we've got to get to. This first one, real easy usually. The others, not so much, because there's lots of holes in the floor. So you got one, easy enough. The other two are worse. The third one's awful because you have to like jump a gap to get to it. Well, what's happening here? Believe it or not, this was a bunch of ladies once. And now it's this thing. Look at that cool wing thing with the blade on it. That's real fun. Grimbo! Oh, see, we almost... Oh, yep, there we go. Knocked down a hole. So fun. So good. This level is so good. Unfortunately, they had at least had the fucking foresight. We don't need a fucking other person here. I don't care. They at least had the foresight to make it so that you only have to cut each part of it once. So it's not like it completely resets every single time you go there. Which is nice, because otherwise it would probably be fucking impossible. It's the only boss that's like this, where when you die it doesn't completely reset. And you just get to run this whole way back every single time we die. And that was a pretty characteristic way to die on that level, just on that boss fight. Just real lame. Real lame. Not doing anything cool. Just got pushed off a freaking cliff. Pretty standard fare for that level. For that boss fight. I do like these guys though, as creepy as they are. I'm a big, like, mythos, like Lovecraftian mythos fan. Not such a big fan of the dude himself, given the modern day and, like, sort of what we expect from people. And I don't know if you know anything about it, but it's not stuff I'll talk about on stream, really. It's not like... secret society of racism, like KKK level stuff. It's not like bad, real like murderous people, but it's like, I don't know, what you expect for the 1920s, you know, where everybody's just kind of like a little racist, even if like they're like well-meaning. You know, they're still probably a little racist. Oh, wow, I can't believe we didn't just get creamed by that. Oh, and here we go. Here we go with this. The great, excellent part of having to run back and forth across this level a million billion times because we just fall down holes. But yeah, big fan of the Lovecraftian, like, style, but the guy himself is a little bit of a weirdo. And again, for his time, not different, but by our standards today, a bit racist. So, you know, it's not, and it's not a part that a lot of people actually talk about. It's actually when you find out what it is. Again, not gonna say it on stream. It's honestly it's a bit shocking. It's like, that really that's the thing that you decided to like do. All right, seems a bit like extreme. I mean, again, not murdering or killing or anything like that, or, you know, politicking to like keep people down and disenfranchise them, but just, you know, like naming his pet weird stuff. I'm kind of, that's a good one. I can see why this is, you know, and I didn't know it for a long time. And then, like, kind of some stuff like that comes up in some of the literature, and you kind of, like, look at it a little, and you look at it fairly, I mean, depending on what it is, depending on how he phrases it, either a little uncomfortable or a lot uncomfortable. But I like the style of horror that he created. The cosmic, sort of unknown mysteries styles of horror. You know, I think that stuff's real great. It's very interesting and spooky. Oh my god! Guys! Oh boy, we didn't even get to try. We didn't even get to try. So this thing, as I've said, the Bed of Chaos, this is a sort of high fused form of the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Because they were at the center of the ritual that created the Flame of Chaos. And so they are at the heart of it as this creature, the Bed of Chaos. No. Ugh, guys, this is awful. This fight can be just like this for like an hour. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where we'll give this a good number of tries, but if we just keep dying... It's not my first choice, but I may be forced to just attempt this off stream because it's going to be really boring. Just watching me do this over and over and over again. If we don't catch a good break here. The trick is, I'm trying to find a good spot to jump the gap there, because I think you have to get to the other thing. And I keep falling off, I keep rolling off or getting pushed off. Or just not making, I'm timing my jumps very poorly is basically what's happening. I don't know why you'd ever, this is a weird place for someone to get summoned in. This is not a fight where having a second person really makes... I mean, I guess it could help, like, probably get the other guy over there, but I think you have to do them one at a time anyways? I don't know. Either way, it seems a bit excessive. Look at us go. Look at these dance moves. Look at those moves. Can we go this way? So we can kind of go over here and get a little range of the arm. But I don't think we can jump think I've got to try and jump it over there. I think that's the deal. I think that's the deal. We can't go to the middle one because that's blocked until we can get rid of these other guys. Oh, that was real close. I guess we don't have to jump. That's nice. Well, we still got killed. Oh my gosh. I hate it! I hate it. It's the worst boss fight in the game. It's the stupidest thing. It's the dumbest thing ever. So I wonder if I get down, I'm gonna put my poise ring back on. I wonder if that'll help blocking the arms a little bit. This is very exciting, isn't it, guys? This is the kind of content that you come here for, is me just struggling with a game that has its moments of being just arbitrarily unfair. Just kind of going, yeah, now's a good time to make this dumb. But I love Dark Souls. I wouldn't change anything about it, honestly. The only things I change about it are things that they fixed by the third one. It's like control polish and texture details and stuff. You know, just the general game improvements that happen with improved gameplay and stuff. 3 is my favorite. I don't dislike any of the Dark Souls. A lot of people don't like Dark Souls 2 because of some of the gameplay changes they made and how like the levels are laid out and stuff. But I didn't mind it. I thought it just added a very different kind of vibe to Dark Souls than 1 and 3. 1 and 3 have a very similar thing, and that's meant to be, it's deliberate. It's a deliberate sort of callback to the very first game because of some of the fun, cool implications that you pick up throughout the course of the game about the other characters you've played in 1 and 2 and whatnot. Okay, bed of chaos. Let's do this. Oh my lord. This is tremendously awful, guys. This is the worst run of this I have ever had. This is brutal. But thanks for watching still and sticking with it. Those of you who are here, as boring as this is, it's like it's this type of thing that carry over from real old video games where like some bosses are just hard because they felt like they needed to have an extra hard boss at this juncture. And the thing is, we're at a point where we could go and do a few of the other areas for the Lord Vessel and stuff. But why have to come all the way back here? And especially when this fight, if we can time things well, goes very easily. If I can get this stupid second arm, it's then just a straight shot. We do have to clear a gap, which can be annoying and stupid, but it's at least just you run just straight in. We don't have to try and like evade a bunch of stuff. It's just we run at it, and if we jump and we make it, we make it. If we don't, we die. So if we can just get to that. If we can just get to that. Okay, I gotta change my ring here. I'm gonna take this. Yeah, take that off. Don't need that anymore. We're putting on the wolf ring. Boy. We don't need... Oh, I guess I'm sliding without my gear. Interesting. Tequila! Interesting. Stay close to this room and walk and just take these hits. Because Because with our shield up, we can do that. Please just don't push me off the freaking Great. Excellent. Two. Perfect. Now she's got 2 wings. 2 wing things. Look, her hands. Please, no. Again, we're just gonna go try and stay away from the holes. And what we need to do is... That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this. Oh, ow, ow. Alright. Oh, area of effect attack. Fun. Okay, great. Okay. Straight shot! Straight shot! Hopefully I don't die! Oh my god, I made it. And that attack didn't hurt me at all. Or it didn't knock me off or anything. Whew. Whew. Guys, we're gonna do it, I think. She can still get us with area of effect attacks while we're inside here, so there's always that possibility. But I think we made the jump the first try. That's incredible. I've never done that before. Oh, yep, see, she's doing the area of effect attack. Killed me. Oh, great. Cool. Alright, well, you know, that was good. We got, okay, well, I need to put the ring on. Don't be an idiot. We got the second one down now, and it's gonna be the same thing with this third one, I bet. We're just gonna die a bunch. We got close. We got very close. Not that it makes any difference when you come back to life, but... It does give me hope that we can make that jump. It's not going to be dumb. I know where I have to jump now, too. It's off that little tiny square that we did last time. Alright, let's see what time it is. Oh, 7:30 already. Oh my goodness, guys. This is going to be perfect. We're going to defeat the Witch of Chaos. And I think that's where we're going to end the stream tonight. It'll be perfect. Assuming this doesn't take the whole half an hour just to get this last freaking thing. But that worked out very perfectly. This is definitely the stream that I have the most fun with. It's the one I'm most organized for, and it's one of those things where, like, I thought about doing lore research for some of the other games that we've played, but I just, between this and Dungeons & Dragons DMing, I just don't have the energy to do a bunch of research for a bunch of games. Okay. Wait, we're doing tequila this time. Cool. I thought, okay, well, that's great. Run! We're going to do it again. Assuming we don't get knocked off right here. Whoa! Wow! Okay, that was great. Perfect. Perfect! Did it, guys. Look at that gross, like, heart thing. We've done it. We defeated the Bed of Chaos. Excellent. That makes me a happy, happy man that we could get that done. And now, with it done, we're gonna go back to Fireland Shrine. Firelink Shrine. I'm gonna hang on to the soul though, because if we hang on to all 4 until the very end of the game, it gives us a little more freedom to see what our options are to finish up the game. So Firelink Shrine is still out. So let's go somewhere that is not out, perhaps. We do have a little bit of time left on the stream here. That went fairly smoothly. Second try. That second arm, though, that was pretty difficult. Of that boss. Just get knocked off a bunch of things a bunch of times, and have no real way to like prevent it other than trying to put yourself in better positions and block stuff. That was fun. It was, you know, silly for a second there, but you know, got through it, and we're down one of the big, like five sort of end game big bosses. Like, you know, the last got a few more of these Lord Souls to collect, and then we've got the final boss of the game. The final boss. And we do have the downloadable content yet to do, which we'll probably do right before we do the last boss, because it's difficult. The boss fights are fairly hard. But anyways, folks, that was good. Got through in about a little over 2.5 hours. Got invaded. Ran into a bunch of friends. Fought some bosses. Got some items. Good stuff. Good session. Learned some lore. But with that, it's time for me to end things here today, folks. That's all the prep I've got. The other area we're going to get into next time is an optional area. But, well, maybe next time. It might be we'll see. I've got my notes for it, but I don't want to do it yet because I'd like to be able to play through the whole thing in one go, and we're not going to be able to do that in half an hour. So, you can, if this is your first time watching, please subscribe, please like, please set up the notifications. I do live streams, and things are a little up in the air right now with trying to figure out how to do some of these things, and the multiplayer streaming not really working very well. But I'll do at least 2 Dark Souls streams per week. I do have D&D kind of sometimes on off weeks, so I don't get to do every stream every week. But I do Dark Souls Monday and Saturday every week, or will be going forward. You can go over to Facebook. Find Lexicon live streams over there. Follow and like that as well for updates. That's where I do most of my announcements. And stay tuned. I'll be back. This is sort of my D&D off week. I don't have anything running until Friday, so I might come back for a stream or 2 between now and Saturday. We'll see how things go. Things have been a little frustrating lately, so I've been a little discouraged and wanted to distance myself just a little bit from the streaming, since there's certain factors like the internet I've mentioned a million times that are sort of beyond my control. But with that, thanks again everybody for watching. Thanks for watching the VOD if you come back later, and stay tuned for more Dark Souls Remastered in just a little less than a week. Have a good night, everybody.